let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about planning how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course, tell some friends. Make sure you give me that thumbs up like Arthur Fonzarelli so I say hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. In this video, we're talking about planning, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and higher penis, help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about planning. And yes, you know, usually me, you know how I go, always doing my Wu-Wei flow, the path of least resistance, not doing anything in a particular order, just going with the flow of the day. And it's something that really resonates with me and works beautifully and helps you really just be more present to the moment, helping you enjoy the ride, because that essentially is what we have, is just the right now. And when you're going with the whole planning perspective, I put it more like preparation, because if you're talking about planning, you're kind of making it more vast. But when you're going with preparation for your big penis manifestation and naturally raising your testosterone, it's more or less about gathering the right materials and the right, you know, the right energy for you to, you know, manifest the best. Because you know what we're all about here. I mean, like I say, man, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And essentially, you know, when you're kind of planning and prepping for the storm, so to say. And I was inspired for this video today because, you know, we're in Detroit Rock City, man. We're under a winter advisory, and you got to kind of prep for the storm ahead. And it's more or less, you know, you take care of what you got to do so you ain't got to leave the house. And that's essentially what we're talking about when it comes to, you know, putting your plans into action. And like, you know, all the quotes might be, you know, you got a dream without a plan is exactly that, a dream. But I say life is but a dream, so keep on dreaming, keep on going. And I just got back from, you know, sleeping 15 hours, taking care of, you know, some shoveling outside, doing the snow blow, hair flow, skin glow. You know how I grow. And I gotta tell you, man, anytime that you're doing some manual labor, you know, like really getting down with the shovel, and it really, you know, that's where the testosterone really gets released. And I always feel that manual labor is something that is, you know, where you can definitely get, you know, a testosterone boost. And that's why people, you know, all the, you know, whoever's gonna tell you about, you know, back in the day, man used to be man, am I right? Yeah, we used to work at coal mines, and we were all using jackhammers. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. I'm just saying, manual labor still exists. And like I like to say, we're talking about, if you ever meet a couple, you know, Mexican people, you know, they tend to work manual labor, and they happen to make a lot of beautiful kids. So where are we going with this? We're talking about if you're swinging a hammer, your hammer's gonna be working, fool. You know what I'm saying, babe? So when we're going with that, and we're talking about using your tools and gathering up what you need to do to grow, and this whole plan and flow every single day, you know the most receptive way to grow is exactly how I start my day. So go ahead and take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude. You got to be thankful every day that you wake up, and before your feet hit the ground, you just got to give appreciation of why you're here. And like I say, you got to be happy if you're breathing, you're achieving, and you got a shot. A shot at what? Shot of life. And that's a beautiful thing that you should just be happy about at any given time. I mean, we're here, and essentially all you got is now. And when we're talking about planning for the growth, or in this case, like I said, planning for the snow, planning for the grow. We're talking about getting all your ducks in a row. There we go with another one. We're just talking about, essentially gathering up the right material and the right stuff for you to put this, put it into action. Plans in the action. And like I said, if you want to learn any more hands-on techniques, we're talking about the masturbation for manifestation. We're talking about jelking. We're talking about Kegels. We're talking about super edging. We're talking about, a whole bunch of erotic, aroused workouts that can help you naturally raise your testosterone. I work out with a cock ring on. I have many different kinds, and I utilize them for different parts of the grow. And this is all information that definitely just flows to me, because I find the results are profound, and I keep gaining results. And I feel that something as simple as working out aroused is something that can help you achieve the best. And you know what? You know the rest. You know where I'm going with this. We're talking about the mind and muscle connection. I gotta get a quick pump in, man. Even though I was just outside in the snow getting my grow going, growing in the snow, got my flow going. And we're talking about the mind muscle connection. We're talking about what Paramahansa Yogananda says. We're talking about it's your mind your mind's the wielder of muscle. It's your mind that creates the size. It doesn't matter about what you're eating. It doesn't matter about how you're sleeping. All that matters is putting your mind into the grow. And that's essentially what helps you make everything just, manifest, because it's your mind that does this. And I also use what Arnold Schwarzenegger does with the aroused techniques, like when I'm at the gym, I'm coming, exactly. You take that aroused energy and you send it up into your muscles, and this is what's going to help you get that pump. It's what's going to help you have that aroused energy that's going to really help you grow. And of course, when I'm going and growing, I always got to be flowing, saying a couple positive mantras. I just got done doing some groga, so I'm feeling extra lit. Get that huge piece of meat swinging at the knees, throbbing to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're about here. So all I got to say is some of my favorite mantras. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder abundantly. And then for the muscles, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then, of course, one that you could say throughout the day, I am, just feel that grow. I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. And you can say that throughout the day, and that's something that can help you with energy. And like I'm saying, whenever you gotta get one less rip out, and even if you're in the snow, Detroit, Rock City, wintertime, I'm sweating here, naked in a chair, long hair flowing, skin glowing, body growing, and spirit knowing that I'm doing something right. So whenever you gotta get one last rep out, you go ahead and you scream and you shout, or at least just feel the energy and go ahead and just say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, getting lit 2020, growing in the snow. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful flow. And you know me, I gotta get my reward. And I tell you what, oh yeah, you got that crack the can, out of the can into the man. I say salute. Antifreeze. Oh yeah, I had to hit you with a double Hogan, because Hogan knows best. I think that was a triple shot, because we're talking about, Hogan with the antifreeze from Suburban Commando, and out of the can into the man was from Mr. Nanny when he was talking to what was his name? George Jefferson, about, he was eating beans or something. But regardless, I like that line, out of the can into the man. So I'll say salute again. I'm talking about the man with the plan and a can in his hand. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, man. Over here, planning for some more snow. And like I said, working out with the shovel is definitely something that can definitely get you growing and getting your body into that, you know, naturally raising your testosterone type of flow. And that's something that, you know, like I said, you got guys that go to the gym and start swinging sledgehammers on tires because, you know, working in whatever type of job that you might have, you know, you might not be utilizing you know, your natural, you know, testosterone, being like, you know, just being a go-getter type of person that naturally has you, you know, produce the testosterone, and like, you know, the fight or flight type of thing, and being the hunter-gatherer, all that stuff that is, you know, essentially a story anyways. But like I said, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And when you're going from the whole scientific perspective of, yeah, you know, like you got, you know, the hunter-gatherer in you, and naturally working with your hands is definitely going to make you more of a man. And when we're talking about utilizing that energy and being aware of that energy, that's where you're talking about using the plan, because you got to understand that essentially you're doing something every day that can help you manifest the best. You just got to go ahead and get out of your own way and appreciate what you're doing. And essentially, you know, you're doing something, and there's so many different techniques along the way that you can be doing to help you, you know, naturally raise your testosterone, make your penis bigger. But you just got to be, you know, willing to entertain the thoughts that can happen, because like I say, man, I entertain that all thoughts are things, and I feel that all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you. And when we're talking about that, you know, essentially whatever this is tuned to, you're going to have thoughts that come to it. And if you have any type of negative thoughts that are really just running through your head, man, you really need to just go ahead and stop and be like, are these my thoughts? Take a couple steps back, take a couple breaths, be like, I'm here, I got a shot, I ain't got, you know, whatever words you got to say to make yourself feel better. And just go ahead and just, you know, understand that you're here and you got purpose, and just go ahead and just breathe it in, and just understand that you got a shot today. You have no reason to be upset, and any time that you're grinning, you're winning. That's why I always feel that anything that you're doing with the smile is, you know, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And these are the things that help me, you know, go throughout the day. And when we're talking about, you know, new types of ways to, you know, entertain the grow. And like I said, man, getting out of your own way and understanding that there's more than one way to do this. Because like I say, there's a 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, so many different ways to get on a street. You might just appear on the street, and it doesn't even matter. So what I'm saying is, you know, the types of workouts that come to me are profound. And like I said, I just got done doing yoga. You know, I had a cock ring on. I know that might sound, you know, crazy to some, or like, what's that have to do with anything? And I really feel that, you know, I was talking more about this in my foundation video about, you know, you want to stretch it out, which is what, you know, jelqing does when you stretch out your penis. And then you want to edge it. You know, like I said, when we edge, we do the super edging, and I got different types of cock rings for the occasion. But when we're talking about super edge, and you have one on the base and you're really throbbing it up, and we're talking about it's down there, it's not up here. You know, I got my scrunchy game going, but the name of the game is making it as hard as you can and having that thing full of blood, and you're pulling on the top and you're making it just grow, and you're holding that blood flow as long as you can. And right before you're about to just erupt, you take that energy and you just send it back down and you pump it back up into your muscles. And like Montauk Cheese, a guy that I follow, he preaches a lot about the healing orgasm, and he uses it like a ninja. He puts it into the organs, and me, I'm more broad with it, more you know, vast, and I just figured, you know, put it into my muscles, put it into my hair, put it where I need it to go to grow, and that's what helps me flow. And when we're talking about, you know, working out with cock rings, we're talking about using the arousal to help, you know, manifest the body, because essentially we all came here on arousal. And I know you might think, how does that have to do with anything? But I mean, really think about that. I mean, whoever made you, or even if they had to sign the paperwork to do it, they had to be excited to make it happen. So remember that, man. You came from excitement, so be excited to be alive. Like Moondog says, man, you know, Matthew McConaughey, all right, he says fun is the gun. And that's the truth, man. I got the video on that, and I really believe that any day that you're having fun, you're definitely, you know, manifesting the best. Because essentially, whatever this is, if you want to call it a matrix, you want to call it, you know, however this life may be, I feel that the source energy that's within all of us is really lit up. It's lit whenever you're laughing and whenever you're smiling, because that's when you're at your best light. That's when you glow. That's when you flow. That's when you feel right. And everything that you're doing, you're essentially leaving that and you're going on a journey and you're just coming back to find that. And I feel that if you can grab that energy and harness it the whole way and just keep smiling, that's how you're winning. And I feel like that's the, you know, the appreciation of life, and that's what's going to help everybody manifest the best. And essentially everybody's got a shot if you got a breath. And that's something beautiful I just said. And for that, I got to say salute again, man. Tell you what. Feeling beautiful, making beautiful results, getting out there and doing different types of workouts instead of just being stuck in kind of like just a mundane everyday type of flow. And when we're talking about planning, you know, you really, like, what it comes down to is, like I said, just at least prepping the mind for what you want to do to increase your size. It's not like, okay, you gotta go out and buy coconut oil, cock rings, and buy a whole bunch of materials, even though they could help. But essentially that could be something that you are planning on. Like, you can intend on doing that to help you with the manifestation. And again, all these tools aren't necessary, but they can help you. And like, of course, with the practices that I offer, they're advised. But like I said, you can use any type of thing that you need to help you increase your size. But lubricants and cock rings and all that kind of stuff is what's going to help you manifest either way. And these are techniques that just happen to come to me. And when we're talking about planning for your manifestation, we're talking about getting out of your own way, getting out of your head, and letting yourself know that there's millions and billions of different ways to grow, and we're going to find one that's fun. And when you're having fun, that's when you're winning. And like I said, man, it's all about understanding that you can. And that's really what the plan is. You got to understand that you can do this. I believe in you. You're a beautiful person. You got to understand that you already have it. So you got to kind of feel that you already have it from the end. Feel that you got that huge piece of meat swinging at the knees, throbbing to the pecs, making you your best. Give it a kiss. How you doing? You know how we're feeling. We're talking about manifesting, being the giants that we are, being huge and massive, not worrying about the gremlins at your feet. We're talking about, of course, not stomping on your best friend's house or anybody that's nice. We're talking about being up in the clouds, because we're all love, we're all energy, we're huge. And we're talking about love. You know me, I always got to share this matrix hack every single time. Doesn't matter where you're at. All I got to say is, if you ever hear somebody on the phone, you see somebody across from you in line in a grocery store, in traffic, if somebody's sitting next to you and it's like a family member or relative or friend, just instead of having a good, bad, and neutral thought about them, just intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and go along your day. You just hack the matrix. You just make the world a better place, and that's what it all comes down to. That's how that's a beautiful thing. I really feel it's necessary to go with this. And of course, the thing that we got to do, when we're talking about, being positive about the body, we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I say this in a few of my videos. It's one of my philosophies. Let me tell you something you probably don't know. For everybody out there, for everybody, somebody's dick's getting hard and somebody's pussy's getting wet. So never let your insecurities ruin anybody's happiness, man. There's a lot of people making, that are having sex and making kids, and don't ever doubt what you are, man, because, somebody's turned on by whoever you are and whatever you are. And we are all from the stars, and you got to understand that you're a beautiful person as is. So just believe in yourself, man. Take care of who you are. Start loving yourself more. When you start loving in here, everybody's going to start loving you out there. And whenever you're out there sending the love along the way is the yin and the yang, and you're just going to be surrounded by love. And of course, another thing that I love to say is the triple D. And no, we ain't talking about Janus, Davis, and Grimes, Guy Fieri. We're talking about don't doubt your dick. We're talking about don't make your stick. your stick, make it a huge log, you know, huge and heavy, swinging at the knees, huge piece of meat sitting in the lap. You know what we're talking about. It's not about doubting what you got. And some people, like, you know, that's, like I said, if that's how you make people laugh, you want to make fun of what you are, totally understand. Because like I say, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. You're doing something right. But if you're making yourself the sad clown, then who you got to blame and frown? You know what I mean? And like, you calling Apollo Creed clown? You know what I mean? I say I threw that in there, but essentially you don't want to be a sad clown. And like, you know, there's no need to make fun of what you got, man. You got to believe in what you have, because you have, essentially, you got a piece of the divine down there, man. Anytime you're holding that, you're holding a piece of God. And we are all created, and we are all our own gods. We are all, you know, we are all energy. We are all love. And you ain't got to let anybody tell you any different. As long as you're coming with energy and you're coming with love, you can do no wrong. So the name of the game today is the plan, the preparation. We're talking about big penis manifestation. We're talking about utilizing tools that you might not have knew that you had, and talking about what you got to do to plan. Realistically, what it comes down to is just clearing the slate, keeping your mind clear for the grow, and just entertaining different ways to flow. And just, you know, every day, just, you know, you're doing something for your big penis manifestation, for naturally raising your testosterone. And as long as you got that in your mind, in your intentions, you're going to be able to put that action into practice. And like I say, man, you know, a plan without a dream is only a dream. Well, let's keep on dreaming. Let's keep on growing. Let's keep on flowing. And you can, you know, I intend on all these guys to grow and spread some love today and feel some love today. Because we're going to have beautiful things coming along the way. You know, you guys make sure you're getting at me on my social media. Check out my KC, taking care of the neighborhood. I got a couple Pekingeses, my wolf and my bear always there. Some beautiful things, some cameos this year, some travel. I feel a lot of beautiful things are coming. Here we go, preparation. We got the winter advisory. You know how we going in Detroit, Rock City. I'll be seeing you around. You guys got to spread some love today, man. I feel some love today. Take care of yourself. You guys are beautiful. I'll be seeing you around. Love you guys. Peace.